And we've got tag team action on the way. The Washington Bullets taking on the new team. Well, they've been teaming for a while, but the new team title, Hot Commodity, known as CB Suave, Tommy Penirelli, of course with Adrian Hawkins on the outside. And all I can say is I hope that CB Suave and Tommy Penirelli are wearing their bulletproof vests against the likes of the Washington Bullets.
And the Washington Bullets, the team of John Williams, who we see in the ring, and his brother Trey Williams, who's standing out on the apron. A great team in the state of Georgia, making one of their first appearances here at Anarchy Wrestling. And what better way to do it than in action against a team like Hot Commodity. Two great young upstart teams. A roll-up by John Williams. Kick out at 2. Arm drag by John, working on the arm of Tommy Penirelli. And for those of you watching at home, it is John Williams in the long tights, Trey Williams tagging in the blue shorts. And if that wasn't enough, if you're willing to look at their rear ends, the names are there too.
That's true. That could always help. Just have to get to that part at least. And you know, from what I've understood, we actually, before we took to the air, we had a note sent to us from Tommy Penirelli himself. He said that he wants to be known as the Italian Stallion. And after I heard that, I decided that I'm going to basically go to only Japanese food now.
Only Japanese. That's a good way to give up pasta for, you know, that winter season where everybody has those New Year's resolutions to lose weight.
That's so true. I'm sure there's a lot of New Year's resolutions to I guess, not even have to deal with Tommy Penirelli. But be that as it may, we're paid to broadcast here at Anarchy, and we must call the matches. You know, one thing I do have to say, though, about Tommy Penirelli, over the past year for 2012, he really has kind of come into his own. You know, despite all the craziness that he's been a part of and done, he really has grown, I think, as an athlete. And one of the probably wisest things that he's done is really align himself with CB Suave. I feel like both men have elevated themselves to a different level. And, you know, you almost have to be really to go against the likes of the Washington Bullets, which is what we've heard many, you know, amazing things about for this team.
I have heard many great things. This is my first opportunity to see the Washington Bullets in action. John Williams tagging in now, continuing to work on the arm of CB Suave. Another thing that's helped Hot Commodity out is this association with Adrian Hawkins. Hawkins, a more experienced wrestler than Penirelli or Suave, able to give some of his knowledge. Dee Byers almost in the way of the action here. Double team moves by the Washington Bullets.
Yeah, what was great about that move is, you know, you had the shoulder into the midsection just while you're trying to recover from that punishment. Then you had the other man that was doing the top area as well. So really a 1-2 punch there from both members of the Washington Bullets. And I don't really know exactly how long they've been teaming, but you do have to surmise a factor from what I can guess and surmise is that they probably have been teaming a lot longer than, of course, the Hot Commodity.
Well, and being a brother team, they have that advantage of they've known each other all their lives.
That's true. That does help. And, of course, we've got Tommy Penirelli, CB Suave in their corner, and CB Suave really just taking it to him. Tommy Penirelli tags his way in. Going to lay in on the fist as well, too. Dee Byers going to have to really get in a position here to be able to keep an eye on this. Not to mention, you got the third man on the outside of Adrian Hawkins. Tag being made into CB Suave. Tommy Penirelli drops his man down on the ground. We're going to see CB Suave propels himself over the top rope, drops all his weight onto his opponent, only able to get a 2 count.
Suave says we're very lucky to have him here this week as he's been off filming yet another film.
That's true. I heard it was actually the Las Vegas, and it stars Robert De Niro and Morgan Freeman. So I don't know if that means he's just getting them coffee or if he actually appears, but to hear, you know, former broadcast partners, they swear up and down that this man has a talent like no other, and to ask CB Suave, he certainly will confirm that for you.
Yeah, he'll agree without a doubt. Beautiful double suplex by Suave and Penirelli, Hot Commodity. As John Williams breaking up the pin on his brother Trey. Penirelli telling Dee Byers to get John Williams out of the ring after he was already out.
Well, certainly trying to really get any type of advantage they possibly can, because they know how long the Washington Bullets have been teaming together. And now Tommy Penirelli follows through, but followed through in the wrong way, but able to still turn it around to a positive and get a clothesline. Goes in for the cover as well, hooks the leg. Only still able to get a 2 count on Trey. Now going to pick up his opponent. Keep your eye on Adrian Hawkins. You know, Trey definitely needs to be able to make the tag to his brother John. But CB Suave, like a modified bulldog, goes in and hooks the leg as well. Only able to get a 2 count there. And you notice every single time Tommy Penirelli, CB Suave are trying to cut off one half of the Washington Bullets so they cannot make that tag.
Trey Williams really needs to get over, tag his brother John on the apron. John wanting to get back into this match.
Yeah, you know, we talk about the, wow, beautiful bridge there from CB Suave. And what's also great about that is it puts distance away from his opponent to the rope. So his opponent has to go a lot further if he was going to try and make the tag or try and break that move.
One of the keys in tag team wrestling is to cut off the ring right down the middle. You look at it as each team has half of the ring.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that. You know, obviously, you know, Hot Commodity's got to be eyeing up those Anarchy Tag Team Championship. And a victory here against the Washington Bullets would certainly put them in contention. Great teamwork there from both members of Hot Commodity. Goes in for the cover. I think the other member of Washington Bullets had enough and felt like there might have been a possibility of them losing this matchup here. John coming in to try to make the save. Snap suplex there from Tommy Penirelli. Just conveniently enough to be able to look around and eyeball up the other member of the Washington Bullets, making sure that he doesn't come back in and try and break the pinfall attempt as Tommy goes in for the cover.
You talk about Hot Commodity trying to move up the rankings in the tag team division here. The Washington Bullets would love to get on the radar of the Anarchy Board of Directors to even be considered to move into contention for the championship, to be even a ranked team here at Anarchy. And there are a lot of tremendous tag teams. You know, Narcissism and Vandal, the Urban Assault Squad, obviously the tag team champions, Hot Commodity. Now the Washington Bullets have come in. You know, teams are popping up like crazy trying to get recognized and get a shot at the tag team titles.
So that's just how important the competition here is in Anarchy. You never know from week in and week out the competition and the contention here for those championships, and that's what's all about here in professional wrestling. And we are professional wrestling here at Anarchy. Wow, great move there. Able to roll through. Now, does he have enough to make the tag? He does. John's going to make his way in. Let's see what he can do. But right now, he's on fire, and that's what's important. Using those elbows to the back of CB Suave. Tommy Penirelli.
Sweeping roll-up. Kick out of one. Ducks the leg. However, Penirelli doesn't duck the second one by John Williams. Double chop to the throat. John Williams runs in.
Oh, man.
That forearm shiver goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Wow, that could have been it right there. CB Suave's head went completely back on that one, and I don't know how that wasn't a 3. And CB Suave definitely better be glad this is a tag team match to have Tommy Penirelli come in and help him out just a little bit. Double team here.
Flapjack, shades of the Midnight Express. Penirelli charges in, shoulder first into the corner.
What have we got here? John has got CB Suave. Keep your eye on Trey.
Leaping.
Oh,
Slice goes for the cover. Kick out 1, 2.
What a beautiful opportunity and a great roll-up. The problem is Tommy Penirelli still in the ring. The other man needed to utilize and cut off the other opponent.
Trey Williams sent out by Penirelli. He goes out on the floor.
The momentum was all Washington Bullets, but right now, it's really any man's game here. And right now it's looking great for Hot Commodity. Both of their men are in the ring. Only one member of Washington Bullets, and it looks like they're going to be propelling the Washington Bullets.
Vertical suplex.
John up in the air.
Cross body, beautiful double team move. 1, 2.
Oh, and yet again we saw the break. Luckily for the Washington Bullets, they still have some life, but Adrian Hawkins on the apron here arguing with referee Dee Byers. Meanwhile, both men taking a tumble on the outside here.
Trey Williams and, wait, that's Todd Sexton. We saw him in action last week against Adrian Hawkins.
Oh, the European uppercut to CB Suave. Todd Sexton's going to get the heck out of Dodge here before Dee Byers notices. Backcracker into a cutter. Cover 1, 2, 3.
Your winners, the Washington Bullets.